The Abraham Series, Story number 8, Sarah Laughs, taken from Genesis chapter 18, verses 1 through 15. If the Lord appeared to Abraham other times during his lifetime, we are not told. But apparently, not long after the previous account, the Lord returns. One has to wonder if Abraham told Sarah everything the Lord said during his last visit. Otherwise, Sarah's surprise and response to the Lord's announcement is a bit curious. Although the real reason for the visit is not revealed until later, here is how it begins. Then the Lord appeared to Abraham while he was living near the oaks of Mamre. Abraham was sitting in the door of his tent in the heat of the day. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and there were 3 men standing before him. When Abraham saw them, he left his tent and ran out to meet them. And Abraham bowed down with his face to the ground and said, "O my Lord, if I have found favor in your eyes, please stay with your servant for a while. Let me get a little water and wash your feet. Then you can rest here under the tree, and I will bring you a bit of bread, and you can refresh yourselves. After that, you can continue on your journey, since you have come to your servant's house." So they said, "Do what you have said." So Abraham hurried into the tent and said to Sarah, "Quick, take 3 measures of fine flour, knead it, and make some cakes." And Abraham ran to the herd. He took a tender young calf and gave it to one of his young men, who quickly prepared it. Then Abraham took some curds and milk and the calf that he had prepared, and set it before them. And Abraham stood by them under the tree while they ate. And they asked Abraham, "Where's Sarah, your wife?" And Abraham replied, "She's there, in the tent." And the Lord said, "I am going to return to Sarah her time of life, and next year about this time Sarah will have a son." Sarah was standing near the door of the tent behind him, and heard what the Lord said. Now Abraham and Sarah were both very old, well up in years, and Sarah's natural ability to have a child had come to an end. So Sarah laughed and said to herself, "Now that I am all worn out, am I to have this joy with my husband who is so old?" And the Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh and say, 'Am I really going to give birth to a child now that I am so old?' Is there anything too hard for the Lord? I will be coming back to see you at the appointed time, about this time next year, and Sarah will have a son." But Sarah denied it and said, "I didn't laugh," because she was afraid. But the Lord said, "Yes, you did. You laughed." The Abraham Series, Story number 8, Sarah Laughs, taken from Genesis chapter 18, verses 1 through 15.